That's right, it's episode 2. Welcome to Fridge Cam. Yeah, I did an episode 2. We baked a cake. We did a caterpillar. We had amazing views, 32 whole views on YouTube for episode 1. COVID lockdown is still in place. Mentally, it's an absolute nightmare. I needed something to do. There was a caterpillar that had to be baked. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, bears and baby bears, there is now a whole 60-minute episode coming your way where I make a complete hash of trying to make a caterpillar. So if you want to see how a caterpillar cake's made, if you want to see exciting, daring things like oven cam, if you want to see Roberto and baby Roberto look excited and willing to bake, welcome to episode 2. Hello and welcome to episode number 2. So as we said in the pilot, we were going to go on and try and make some more of these shows based on really simple bake kits for me to actually to cook with. I have absolutely no experience in terms of baking and cooking, and therefore I'm not capable of doing anything other than use bake kits. So for episode 2, we're joined by special guest star baby Roberto. Baby Roberto's cashing in obviously in the Baby Yoda fame, trying to look a bit more cute, trying to look a bit more sexy, you know what I mean, and trying to get the sort of kids factor. So given the fact that we're trying to appeal to a younger audience, we'll try and make sure that there's no swearing in this episode, and we're going to go with a little bake kit that is a little bit more childish. And so today we are looking at Asda's Clyde the Caterpillar cake kit. So I'm not going to call my caterpillar Clyde, because if you look at this, I mean, that is the most horrific looking caterpillar to actually put in front of a child. If you woke up and you saw that face staring back at you, literally Clyde is the thing of nightmares. So we're going to run a little competition basically after I've made my caterpillar, where you get to name the actual caterpillar itself based on what I make it look like. But I can guarantee it's probably going to look worse than Clyde in some way, shape or form, and maybe even the stuff of nightmares. So what do we get in our Clyde the Caterpillar cake mix pack? So what we get is another bag of suspicious white powder, a second bag of suspicious dark powder, we get a huge amount of what look like broken chocolate buttons. So these look like they've come off the factory floor, you know, probably all the stuff that they sweep up at the end of the day at the chocolate cake factory, which is why this kit was only about £4. We get this, so this I'm assuming is the lovely icing where I get to make the caterpillar's face, legs and a few decorative leaves, which is going to be quite fun because from my perspective I have no artistic flair whatsoever, so what this thing ends up looking like I have absolutely no idea. So again, we're looking at names to call the caterpillar. And then we've got these. So why would I need muffin cases for a big long caterpillar cake? Well, it turns out that our caterpillar is actually made up of 6 muffins laid down side by side. One of the other, with then just a face, a load of chocolate poured over it, and the special ingredients that Roberto's been keeping, hundreds and thousands. So you can always make anything that looks absolutely crap look a little bit better by sprinkling hundreds and thousands on it. So Roberto's going to come to the rescue at the end, helping me put the lovely sprinkles onto this cake. So what do we need? We need to get an egg, unsalted butter, and some skimmed milk. So I have we have an egg. So these eggs were generously donated by Sam's family for me. They are fresh eggs. So this one was laid on the 5th of the 6th. So we're going to use that one. It should be quite rich. 1 medium egg. We're going to use some butter. Kept in this very, very special butter dish. So we're going to use some of that in the mix, and we want some milk. And how much milk do we want? We want 25 millilitres of semi-skimmed milk. So I'm getting this Ta-da! We seem to have all of our ingredients. Yay! So, how am I going to measure 25 mil? I'm going to get my measuring bowl out, like so. Not an awful lot. So, we're just going to go. That appears to be way too much. So, we'll do that there. We're going to get our. I should have prepared earlier, but didn't. We're going to get our lovely mixer out. Put all these lovely ingredients in. So just bear with me 1 second. There we go. And so what are we doing? Step 1. Rip and tip the cake mix, 1 medium-sized egg, 30 grams of melted unsalted butter and 20 ml of milk into a bowl and beat the mixture for 3 minutes, and then split your mixture between the cases and bake for 12 minutes. So we have a muffin tin which I leave here, so we can put the muffin cases in. I'm assuming I'm going to put these muffin cases in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Once we've got our mix done, we have chocolate cupcake mix and chocolate powder icing. So I'm going to do the cupcake mix first. So we take all of that. Hang on. Rip and tip the cake mix into our bowl. Pour it on in there. So this is obviously going to be a chocolate cake, which Simon's going to absolutely love. I just noticed that that's a bit clumpy, so I'm just going to grab a fork and get some of that nice little powdery lumps out of it. Egg. So then what we're doing, 1 medium-sized egg, and then I want 20 ml of milk, and the 30 grams of melted and salted butter. So grab that and crack that egg in there, as usual. I've always got a tiny bit of fucking shell. Oops, pardon my language, sorry. That's not going to be child friendly. As is my normal baking show prowess. So, so this is why this fun starts to happen, because I start to get little bits of shell when I crack a bloody egg. That's how amazingly, there you go. Don't want those in there, so just grab those out and just wash your hands. Okay. So we then want our 25 ml of milk, and that is way too much. I'm just going to do half of that, which should be 25 ml, and then 30 grams of melted unsalted butter. So that is a block of 250 grams. So as usual, exact melting thing, so that's 250, so that means half is 125, which means that goes into 4 ultimately, that's 60, and then half again should be 30. There you go, some sort of math in there, but we'll see. Like so. Then we are gonna bowl and beat the mixture for 3 minutes. So, I said melted butter. It's probably not great. So, let's put this on my stand. It's room temperature butter, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Just shove that in there for a second. Were made for, to make things as simple as possible. There we go. So we're going to put this now. And why is it not moving down? Just do that there for a second. Press the button, that helps. Take this off the stand actually. What we are left with post that is that pretty sort of consistent mix, chocolate mix. I'm not too sure if the consistency is great on it. Given the fact this is going to be 6 muffins and they're assumedly going to rise, then we will hopefully see that. So I'm just going to tilt that down slightly. There we go. So here are our muffin cases. We're going to take 1 spoonful per muffin case for the moment. We'll build up from there. There's 1, 2, 3, maybe we'll get 2 per case. 3. Okay, so go for another one there. Another one there. Okay. And go like that there. It's a spoon evenly, but I'm not sure if that's actually possible or not. So I'm going to go over there. I'm assuming if these all come out different sizes, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to not have a caterpillar cake that looks fat on one side and thin on the other. So let's just spin them around. Okay, I think there's some with a bit more in than others, but here you go. Let's see if I've got a this is, you know, this is how rubbish my kitchen utensils are. However, should allow me to just do that final scrape of cake mix off the bottom of this spoon. Corner. Go down. Off there. Just do that there. Oh my god, this is so fucking messy, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I don't have there's a big bit. Oh, rubbish. Right, okay, let's push this off the side and use the spoon to do the final bit. smooth there, so you can have a spoon at the end. There we go. Just put one more there, one more there, one more there. Hopefully that is everything done. So, okay. So this is what we're left with. We've got some chocolate mix in there. So I'm just going to let that settle. Then step 2 for the icing, we're going to empty this into a bowl and put in some more butter and milk and get the icing ready. Well, for step 3, where did we put it in the oven? Oh my god. Place the oven at 180 degrees, gas mark 4. So let's go like that there. Split the mixture between cases and bake for 12 minutes. So let's get this in the oven now. Just take that down. So that's as flat as we can get it. There we go. Let's stick this in our oven. Actually, we'll wait for that to preheat a little tiny bit first, whilst we do our icing. So, for the icing, empty the icing sachet into a mixing bowl. So this is the icing sachet. Like so. That rubbish from that. So we do that there. And into a mixing bowl. Blah blah blah. Okay. Good like that. What are we doing next? Plus 40 grams of softened unsalted butter. So where's our butter? There we go again. And I'm not going to be too, I think that's probably, just do it like that, 40, not measuring it, who cares. The baking skills of Brian. What are we doing? So, and 1 tablespoon of milk. Oh my god, just 1 tablespoon of milk. Okay. This isn't a lot, but here we go. Must need something. So ooh, maybe that's a bit much. Oh well. 1 tablespoon of milk and beat until wonderfully smooth and light. Softened unsalted butter. Right, surely, bloody hell. Again, I'm going to need the mixer for this again, so just bear with me 1 second because I just want to take this off this. Okay, and put that back in there. Okay, so and we get that, which again it does look like a bit of buttercream, I suppose. Yeah, tastes like buttercream, so that's fine. I'm going to stick that over there. And that's the icing that is going to basically stick the cupcakes together in between each of them. Next, we've then got to empty the milk chocolate flavour candy, as in buttons, into a bowl. So let's just bring you back up again. Over a pan of hot water. Remove Clyde from the freezer. From the freezer? Oh my God, why are we still Clyde in the freezer? Hang on a minute, these steps are getting a bit complicated. So step 3, to turn the cake into Clyde, remove the paper cases and cupcakes, assemble the coals and flour. Using a chocolate flavor frosting, stick the cakes together and freeze for half an hour. Oh my God. We're going to need to fast forward on this. Next, empty the... Even though it says a baking time of 12 minutes, like that makes it sound like this thing's going to get pieced together in seconds. Like a baking time of 12 minutes. But actually, yeah, and the actual assembly time takes you half an hour to freeze him first. So the poor caterpillar's going to be half dead by the time I get to eaten. Then what we're doing before that, once trimmed, leave the green paste until soft. Oh my God, then I get to decorate the amazing Clyde the caterpillar too. So, okay, next step, to the oven. Okay, so here we're back at the oven. So don't forget, no bake can actually ever work unless you continuously watch it in the oven. Based on feedback from the first video, you'll notice the oven has had a very slight clean, so you can actually see inside it now, which is good. So we are going to take our amazing chocolate muffins. We're going to stick them in. Whoa, that was nearly a catastrophe. I'm going to stick them in the oven here, like so. And we have 12 minutes. We're going to stick them on there, and we're going to let them bake, and we're going to see how quickly the lovely slow-mo cam on my camera works. So I'm just going to get this so I can actually see them there. There we go. And let's see how this works. Rise, damn you, rise, rise from your muffin sort of cases and get bigger. Yeah, the thing I've realised about the whole muffin case thing is that when these things are on their side, obviously the muffin case is going to make them consistently tall and round. So I've just had a little bit of a brainwave in terms of how this thing is going to fit together, because my muffins are just all different shapes and sizes. The one at the back there, as you can see there, is raised like fucking huge, obviously where I put the most in, and then this one in front of it has hardly raised at all. So once I put them alongside though, they'll all be the same width and shape, and then basically you must just cook them like that. So that's how you stick together a caterpillar with muffins. If I'd have known that, I probably just would have bought some chocolate muffins and then just stuck some chocolate or something over them, put a face on them. So because they probably would have tasted nicer. But yeah, I'm doing my usual watching cake rise thing, which isn't very interesting, but it's what they do in Bake Off, so that's what we need to do to make sure that these things are actually cooking properly all the way through. So okay, so the moment of truth, we can just open that up there. Ooh, and out comes all the steam. My God, take our head off. And then we should be able to, this is where I need a video assistant really. Take them out, and we have some chocolate muffins. There we go. So they look okay to me. They don't look massively underdone or overdone. So we're just going to leave them there. Don't forget they're really hot at the moment, which is obviously why the thing asks me to freeze them, I think. So we'll just leave them there, and we'll turn our attention to this, which is then the chocolate and the icing. So chocolate and icing. But just before we do that, a very quick plug, because obviously the number of viewers that this is going to get is just going to be off the charts. So if anybody's interested in terms of t-shirts, let's do a quick plug for themoodiebear.com. So if you like amazing t-shirts with great designs on them that obviously are aimed towards the bear community, and yes, I'm a bear, rawr, then you can't do any better than going on to themoodybear.com. Andrew has very much done lots of work for the community over the years, and it's great in terms of this time of COVID to support him. To take a look at his website, take a look at what he's doing, and the latest thing is a series of face masks. So have a look and just wear what you can. So that's a very quick plug. So I'm going to leave that going there just so you can get the website address. But now we need to turn our attention to chocolate and icing. Okay, so whilst those two are cooling, whilst the cake is cooling, I need to have a look at this now, because this is where it gets really complicated in terms of how good or bad this caterpillar cake's actually going to look. So we need to empty the chocolate milk flavour candy into a bowl and melt over a pan of hot water. I'm not too sure why you can't just microwave this. Can somebody like go on and just comment in terms of, can you not microwave chocolate anymore? So yeah, if you could do some feedback for me from actual chefs would be great in terms of what I was doing wrong in the first video, which is what I had some comments about, and B, other ways to do this, because melting chocolate over a bain-marie does seem like a little bit of a long-winded way to go, just for bloody caterpillar cake. So do that there, dump all of that in there, like that. Okay, that seems to be like enough chocolate. We need a pan, so the pan's gone. One pan, boil kettle, just to make sure that we've got some hot water. So, I don't know if this is true, but apparently boiling a kettle rather than putting cold water on a hob is a more efficient way. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. More efficient way apparently of using energy. So I have no idea if that's right or wrong, to be honest. Where are we? There we go. Oven gloves. So, la la la. There's our muffins. Just waiting for them to cool down. Like so. Put that on the pan, on the hob. Set that down to a lovely boiling point. Like that. And all we're going to do is, when this is ready, we're going to place it in the pan into the Pyrex dish and just let that boil in the water. So that's that done. And then for the icing, to actually decorate this horrific monster, we are going to, what's it say? Knead the green sugar paste until soft and roll until 3 millimeters thick. And using the stencils provided. What stencils? Hang on a minute. What stencils? Did you take the stencils? Have you nicked the stencils? Where do I find the stencils? Right, okay, this is going to be interesting. La la la! So, what we didn't realise, boys, is inside the box here, look what there is. Bam, ba, bam. Ha ha ha! Okay, what the hell do you use these for? Okay, there we go. La 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 la. A Clyde the Caterpillar cake stencil kit. So, note the dotted lines are showing position of the antennae, eyes and nose only. Do not cut these out. Mark the mouth lines using a knife. Am I really going to have to do that? Oh my god. Use these stencils to cut out your sugar paste. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use my fingers to shape them into little booties and stuff like that. I mean, oh my god. My back. Ugh. Assumedly, you place them over a flat piece of icing and then you cut it all out and then it's all like, oh, no. Brian's not doing that. Brian's going for the simple way. So, what we do is we take this hot water and whoa, like so, and we fill that up into that there, so it's heated. Then I turn that off because I'm not going to need it too hot, and then we're going to place that into the boiling water, like so, I believe, and we're going to move that off the heat does its work. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to get a wooden board and bonk. I'm going to move that there. And I'm going to move this here. Oh God. So I've got to make face a set of legs, 4 legs apparently. Oh my God, it's on this side, isn't it? So it's got to have 8 legs in total, 4 each side, and that horrific looking face. So, which is going to be very interesting. So, roll out this lovely icing, sugar petal. Well, it says actually give it a bit of a scrunch first, so let's do that. Let's just knead it, la la la, do 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 do. So, aren't you glad that I didn't do your faces? So, yeah. There you go, like this. And a nice big rolling pin, just roll that out like so. Do 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 do. Or maybe I should actually use that little template. Use these stencils to cut out your shapes. Really? So we're going to need a circle. Let me just think. Okay, I'm going to cut them out. Bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to then start piecing the cake together and put it in this, because this is all like stuff that's got to be done all together. My thingy's melting already, so yeah, cut back to me in a couple of minutes. Okay, so like when you cut out your little stencils like that and you stick them on the icing, I'm assuming it then wants me to cut around the bloody stencil. So it's going to be really important with a decent knife to actually somehow or other cut all of this out. So let me just go cut around there. The icing is so soft, I have no idea how that's then going to stick together. So this method is just rubbish. How you're expecting like 8-year-olds to do their own collar and caterpillar kit, I have no idea. I do that there, and then go like that there. I think the icing needs to be cold as well, because yeah, that is not going to stick in any way, shape or form onto this kit, and the icing is just sticking to the board. So this is a nightmare for me. Oh man, look at it. Who wanted me to do a caterpillar cake? Oh, hang on. Right, this is where I have to compromise. So let's get this icing all there like that. Cut out lines. Okay. So, you'd think they'd give you these like in little handy sort of pre-cut stencils, no, like rather than just asking me to make them. I mean, like, it's no wonder he looks bloody horrific. So I'm gonna make little booties and stuff just by pulling them together and doing that. Okay, so yeah, take 1, not done very well. Okay, so let's go into getting the caterpillar stuff in. So as you can see with the bain-marie, the chocolate inside is just in the water. So it actually means now that I can start to stir those chocolate buttons together, and just the heat makes that into quite a nice little melted chocolate paste. So that's how this way says to obviously melt the chocolate down. Needs a bit more time, I think, just to keep it at a set level. So I'll just leave that going for a bit longer until it's smooth enough to drizzle over the actual the cake. Okay, so now it's time to assemble the the cake together. So we're going to take our muffins, see what these actually look like. They look okay. So one muffin, and we're going to place them just down. Presumably they're going to go this way, line by line, because we're going to glue them together with some icing, which is that thing that we made earlier, like so. But because my muffins have got quite a big rise on them, that must be just an expert thing. Then this cake is going to be amazingly horrific. So we're sort of going to push that together there. Let's have a look. Another one. Another muffin. Don't know whether or not I should make these flat by cutting the ends off, but we will just go with what it says to do. So this is going to be our caterpillar. Right, okay, so what it says to do, let me just move this out of the way, the view, is using this paste, or this buttercream that we made, is quite literally, I'm assuming, to coat him here somehow and just push this together. And again, coat the bottom of him, push him together, like so, like that, and then go coat the bottom of him, push them together, like so, coat the bottom of him, like that, whoops, and push them together, like so. So get one big last spoonful. And coat the bottom of him and push him together. There we go. So what we end up with is slightly warm but converged set of muffins. So just to show you that to camera, that's what they look like. I've taken them out, trying to make them as straight as possible because we're going to drizzle over the chocolate over the top of them, like so. But this is the start of our cake. So the good thing about this that I put them on is that I can then actually just scoop that up and then place that into the fridge freezer and let it chill for a bit. So I'm going to place that down into there. So, put that and it says just keep him in the freezer for a period of time. Is that a period of time? What does that mean, a period of time? Jesus, tonight. Freeze for half an hour. Oh my God, half an hour. Okay. We're not freezing it for half an hour. No way, sorry. So we haven't got that amount of time. So what are we doing? So yeah, the chocolate is now melted. So the problem that's the thing that I was worried about with chocolate is that you can over melt it and it starts to go like stodgy. When that happens, you just a bit of milk, soften it back up again. Oh man. Because yeah, see, this is where I've messed up because like I think I've over bain-maried that, so the chocolate has started to go clumpy. It sort of melts at first and then it just goes almost like crystallised. You can add a bit of milk at this, which turns it back into very much like a sauce, which is what you want. Are you peeking around the corner there? Let me move that way. There we go. Sorry, stealing your shot, that's what it is. So, okay, so we're going to keep this chocolate sauce. That's better now. That's the consistency that we were looking for, I am assuming, when you melt chocolate down. So literally all we've got to do after this is get the caterpillar out from the freezer, empty the milk chocolate flavour candy across him on greaseproof paper, coating him with candy. Then once set, trim the candy with a knife. That's probably because it's dribbled down him onto the base. And then add in the decorations using the stencils, and where's it gone? Remelt the leftover chocolate candy, into a bowl. I've melted again the stuff I've cut off, and stick all of the bits to him and decorate him, and immediately sprinkle on him your hundreds and thousands. So, and then we are done. So, yeah, I'm gonna give that cake probably 20 minutes or so in the freezer now, and then we will cut to the decorating of the caterpillar. So yeah, so this is the consistency that you then want, and that's just by adding a little bit of milk into it. I'm assuming to decorate Colin. I think that's actually a little bit too runny, so I'm just going to let it heat in there a little bit till that gets a little bit thicker. And then hopefully that will cover him nice and thickly. Okay, so this is my version of the template. As you can see, there was no way I was going to do that, so I've made a total of a lovely 8 legs. There's the front face here, which I've just rounded with my hands. Done a couple of antennae, which I think are better than his little big eyebrows because they make him look evil otherwise. And some more icing for 2 eyes and a nose there, which I'll put on him once we're decorated. So that's as good as you are getting in terms of yeah, making legs and icing from me anyway. So okay, so phase 1 of the decorating of our caterpillar. I'm going to take him out of the freezer now, so hopefully he's chilled after a period of time. And there you can see he feels a bit harder, feels a bit more solid, but because it says stick him on some greaseproof paper, I'm going to attempt to pick him up like so. Oops, put him back down on the greaseproof paper there. Like so, and some of this icing has obviously come out, so I'm just going to, I'm going to eat that, let's be honest. Chef's privilege. So, oh my god, we'll do. Right. His hands again. So, okay, so the next phase is the chocolate phase. So I'm going to stick him back onto here, like so. There you go. Get a good view. And then this is our melted chocolate. So we are going to, hopefully, and consistently, cover him. So I'm hoping that this is thick enough that it's actually going to set. So I'm just going to drizzle it down the middle there, first of all. Like so. The aim is to make sure that he's covered, so just make sure that I'm drizzling him well. We've got all bits of him. So go. says anything that comes off him ultimately is then going to get remelted and put back on as decoration. So hoping that this is not too thick. But let's just run that up and down. So hopefully that will coat him nicely. So there we go. And there. Okay. So there might be way too much chocolate on the base, so just down there. The other bit. I'm going to stick him back into the fridge just to freeze that chocolate off him. So, up a bit. So, get as much of that chocolate to stick as possible. Stick that back in the fridge for 5-10 minutes and then we'll see what he looks like. Okay, so now the final bit is to put all of our crap together. So, and make our caterpillar. So we take him out of the fridge where he's been for the last 30 or so minutes. We'll take off the grease-proof chocolate. Okay, so let's just tilt that down so you guys can see. Yeah, what a mess, oh my god. Looks absolutely nothing like shop-born chocolate. So the chocolate seems to have gone into this horrible sort of sticky, gloopy state. So obviously I melted the chocolate totally incorrectly, or that hasn't set yet. So I could probably have a go at a spoon retaking some of this chocolate sauce mix actually there and replacing it back on top. So so this is what's called damage limitation in the chef world. I mean how pretty does a bloody caterpillar have to look anyway? So but it looks more a bit like chocolate icing. So so yeah, let's spread him there like that. Okay, let's take some of this here. It does say that you remelt this bit, but it certainly hasn't gone hard. So this is the stuff that you'll never see on any other baking show. But anyway, let's get the chocolate there like that. Okay. So now we're going to take our little pieces that I have made and decorate them. But first, let's get them onto a presentation plate. So, pretty them up a little bit. So this is our presentation plate. Now, will he actually hold together whilst I lift him up? That is the big question about the colour. What's the best way to do this? Use that. Use this. Okay. And I'm going to scoop him along the bottom of this wooden spoon, like so. Like so. Lift him off the greaseproof paper. Oh my god. Yeah, this is why you don't let me bake. Come off. Come off. There we go. And we just stick him. Do you know what? I'm going to turn him upside down now. Yeah. I'm going to turn him upside down so that all of this are on the bottom. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. And we'll take all of that there. And then I'm gonna, actually I think that was a bad thing. Because he's literally just like a messy bloody chocolate log. I mean, that does look like something that I did yesterday in the bathroom rather than the kitchen. So, so what we're going to do, this is what all chefs do. We're going to put some nice structure on him here, like so. See, there we go. Still looks caterpillar-like. Come on, get on that there. Take all of this down here, all of this off here. I'm going to just, again, go place that along the top. Just round it up and down so there's more nice chocolate icing at the front. Okay, and I think that, personally, we'll just have to do in terms of our caterpillar. I'm then going to take our legs. So here's leg number 1, like that. Leg number 2, like that. Leg number 3, like that. And leg number 4. There we go. And we'll turn him around that way. And we're going to have that leg there in the front. Number 3. There we go. There we go. And there we go. There we go. So there's our caterpillar legs. And then, oh, how do we get that face off? This is like a horrible Nicolas Cage movie gone wrong, where you have to take the face of one caterpillar and transplant them onto another caterpillar. But anyway, here we go. Here is dun dun dun. Rah! Oh no, come on, don't let your eye fall off. La la la, look at me. And then we want some of these nice antenna things. Caterpillars have apparently. 1 and 2. Now, that for me is my caterpillar, and that's as good as you're going to get. And I'm going to try and stick him in a little bit more. He might be a little bit crazy looking. I don't care. However, oh, his eye's fallen off. No, where did his eye go? There it is. Hang on. Let's get his eye back on here. I think, oh no, his other eye's fallen off. That's a catastrophe. How the hell, oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't use this to glue them back on, which is what it actually said in the packet. So, yeah, you have to put a bit of chocolate sticky mess on there like that. And actually glue his eyes back on. Oh, I've squashed his eye now. Oh, it's all going wrong. See, this is just, oh, this is just ridiculous. And then that's going to be chocolate. So that's going to like show. There he is. That's him. He's done. He's a horror. He's a mess. I mean, I'm not being funny. Like, that's as good as you're going to get. And I'm just going to eat him as much as I can. And on that note, there's a parcel at the door. So, yeah, meet the caterpillar. Names, please, accordingly, in terms of what you want. But me personally, I'm going to call him Messi the Caterpillar. So, and that's, oh, hang on. No, Roberto's got his bit. Wait, Roberto, you've been holding the final ingredient all the way through. He looks messy. Wait 1 minute. Just wait a minute. Right. Roberto's magic sprinkles. There we go. Magic sprinkles, magic sprinkles. No, I'm not being funny. Roberto, you have saved the day. Because now, look at the difference. Before, he was ugly caterpillar. Now, look, he is rainbow sprinkled beauty personified. There we go. That is Brimundo and Roberto's caterpillar cake from Asda. £3 plus various other costs for eggs, etc. You happy, boys? Thank you for baby Roberto's help and assistance with that bake. You don't look that bothered, but you know, at the end of the day, nor am I. If you like what you see, please comment, please feedback, please go and get one of these cakes from Asda and have a go at baking it yourself, and let's see your faces and exactly how creepy you can make this scary cake. Yeah, because that's pretty much my effort. And I think I could scare any small child with a cake like that. So, in fact, I might try and scare Sam when he comes in and see what he thinks. So, thank you for watching. There is going to be an episode 3. So, yeah, we have. This was kindly purchased for me in the next episode, as if you can't wait. A Jane Asher chocolate fudge cake mix. So, yeah, comment, let me know what you think, and stop by for even more baking goodness.
Yeah, so this is the reaction video. Stand back. This is your present. This is what I have made for you. So, and let's see the face. There you go. Look.
He's beautiful.
He's beautiful.
He doesn't look too bad.
See, no, he's got beady, starey eyes.
He's got beady, starey eyes.
Yeah, but look, I think he's. I think he's perfect. He's like pretty much the same thing, isn't he? Like for like.
Like for like.
With chocolate sprinkles.
I mean, it's not what love is about. Loving those perfect imperfections. Thank you.
No problem. You made it to the end. Yay. Where's baby Roberto? Oh, he's gone to bed. Yeah, no wonder after I trimmed it as much as I can, so like it's probably around about 50 minutes or so. Well, thank you for watching to the end. This is the feedback bit, so just some feedback on episode 1 so far. So thank you to Jason Maynell-Rea for his love it comment on the original post on the Bursby Baking group. This is where I'm first posting this up. Only because it's full of pictures of cakes with no recipes on there. It doesn't explain to me how to make these things. Like, it would be nice if some people would actually do some videos so I can see how to bake something else maybe, and then I'll follow it. And that's the point. It'd be great if you guys go out and buy one of these Caterpillar cake mixes and just bake the same thing and show me how much better you can do it, and show me like the pictures and the names of your caterpillars. It'd be great for us all to have a communal bake and just do something together. So thank you to Sam Hugo Britton. Who's he? Who says the host is hot as fuck. Well, thanks, Sam. But yeah, Sam is obviously a gorgeous boyfriend who you saw the feedback reaction to when we showed him the Caterpillar cake when he came in. Thank you to Zeno Maynell-Rea, who says it was good to see you use an unopened tin of Crisco. Well, I've got loads of Crisco lying about, so there's always some Crisco in the fridge for you, for use. It's always normally labelled up, so there's the salmon brine Crisco for whenever we do some communal baking together. So what else have we got? Yeah, there was then on the actual YouTube video itself, we had a whole 32 views of episode 1. With 4 thumbs up. I mean, the statistics are just going crazy for this stuff. So again, thanks. If you watch it on YouTube, please like and thumbs up. Please feel free to share this chaos and this whatever this is. What have we got? And then we had comments recently when I reposted this on my own profile. So thank you to Ryan Larson, who says, "Where's your stick on tash?" Stick on tash? I don't understand that, but you can explain it to me one day. I thought Roberto needed the stick on tash, to be honest. So Zeno says, "I can't wait for episode 2. You can't wait? I couldn't wait." So my mum, the lovely Louise Roscoe, says, "Hurry up then with episode 2. Well, you won't be saying that when you've actually gone through all of this episode 2, because you don't probably want an episode 3, even though we do have a bake kit for episode 3. But I need a special guest, so maybe somebody can come, and be my COVID bubble and, come and bake with me. Thank you to Gary Bowler, Hubbard Steve for saying that's good, Brian. Look, yummy. That cake actually did look amazing, given the fact that it was a Betty Crocker self-thingy kit. But it's because I covered it in ice and sugar and as much of that ice and cream thing that comes out of a tub as I could. But it was as sloppy as hell. It wasn't stable as a cake. So, and thank you to Jackie Reynolds, who says, "Oh my God, you're nuts, but we love you." Oh, thank you, Jackie. I love you too. Big question is, how did it taste? Well, it did taste absolutely amazing because it was just full of sugar. It's like most cakes. To get Roperto bouncing and happy, the more sugar is, the better. So, but unfortunately, Jackie, diabetes stops you. Maybe we could do a diabetes cake mix. Maybe. So basically, whatever you want, whatever you think, whatever you would like us to do, if you want a future episode, please comment. Please just make a suggestion. Anything that you want to see, any comments you want to make on what I've just done. Had some comments last time about my use of baking wrap paper to do the cake tin, from my mum, who said, "Who the hell told you how to do it that way?" And I thought it was her, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe I just made that up. So anyway, thank you for watching. Time to go. Thank you for going through all the video to get this end message. If you did, or you might have just fast forwarded all the boring bits, who knows. So until episode 3, maybe. Bye. Bye.